So this is a wonderful prerequisite case for a no-drill implant. We're going to go ahead and extract number 4 that had a root canal, had a retreat, and now it's got periapical radiolucency and also is tender to percussion. We believe there's actually a vertical root fracture in this tooth, and so we're going to be extracting the tooth and doing an immediate place implant with no drill. So we're not going to be using the osteoconverter today because OsteoCore's implants act as an osteoconverter. So once again, no drill in this procedure, and so let's go for it.
He's going really slow because he wants to keep as much bone there as he can.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's never done this before.
Yeah, he's nervous.
So we're going to look for an implant that is roughly the same length as the root was embedded in the bone. You can see the implant slightly wider than the actual tooth extracted. So we're putting this implant in without the use of a drill. Looks good right there. So now we're going to go ahead and see how deep we are in relation to the bone. Looks good, Leanne. Might just do 1 or 2 more screws here. That looks good. So our implant is down in the socket right now. We're going to put a healing cap on there, but first we're just going to check out how the bone level is. We might even take away a little bone right around it. There's a little irrigation. So we're just going to do a little bit of alveoplasty around this tooth. Good. That looks good. And I'm just going to put this over the surface there. I'm just going to do a little bit of water from the side, Leanne. That should be good. Let's go ahead and put our healing cap on there, Leanne. So just wrapping up here, we just took out tooth number 4. That took about 2 or 3 minutes because it was already a little mobile. And then placing the implant took less time than taking the tooth out. So that took about 30 seconds to a minute to place the implant. We put a 4.7 by 10 in there. We measured the root. We put a healing cap with a flare on top of it to kind of keep the blood clot in there. Any space between the bone and the implant that is left, we'll fill in with blood, which will turn to collagen, which will turn to bone. So this is a great intro case and prerequisite case for when you come to the course. So this was torqued down to about 20 to 30 newtons, and we should have about a 97% success rate with this implant integrating, and we'll let it sit there about 6 weeks. Then we'll take the healing cap off, put a stock abutment on that tooth, prep it for a crown, take an impression, and we'll be good to go. So that was a good representative case of what you're going to be seeing when you come to the 2-day mini residency. In fact, we'll usually place 20 to 30 implants over the 2 days, and cases like this take just 3 minutes. We'll be doing some larger cases with 4 implants on top, 4 on the bottom for denture stabilization or a screw retained bridge. As well. And so our next case is going to be number 18, extraction and immediate placement as well. And so think about some cases that you can bring to the 2-day mini residency that you'd like to try right after taking the training. So it might be a placement of number 19, implant. Maybe the tooth was taken out 2 years ago. Maybe it hasn't been taken out yet and you want to use the same technique here. So we used the process of osteoconversion in this case. We did not use an osteoconverter because OsteoCore implants actually act as an osteoconverter. So as you're inserting that implant, it converts that basically oval type extraction site into a circle, accommodating an implant. So that's what we're going to be teaching. It's fun stuff for the general dentist. We've got a lot more cases coming up, so join us for another case, which will allow you to see what you're going to be learning at the 2-day mini residency.